Hey guys, welcome to the session on Microsoft Azure by GamutGurus. Today we will be talking about the fastest emerging and the second largest cloud technology in the market. As you guys know, Microsoft Azure is one of the best and the leading cloud service provider in the marketplace. If you want to boost your knowledge and the career in this field, you are at right place. Before we move towards details, let's go through the agenda for today. First, we would be covering what is cloud computing, why cloud computing, cloud models, what is Azure, how to create free Azure account, what Azure account offers, Azure services, Azure cost management, uses of Azure, Azure certification, and the career pathways. Let's get started with what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is on-demand access getting over through the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Instead of owning or buying physical data centers and the cloud servers, we can access different technology services such as compute, storage, and the databases. The pay-as-you-go model in cloud computing, which can lead to unexpected operating expenses if the user is not familiarized with it. Let's talk about why cloud computing is required in today's scenario. Cloud computing enables the cloud users to get their applications to the market. It prevents from any kind of data loss. It uses remote resources that are available on remote servers, and it also helps organizations to save their cost of server, other equipments, and also provide great user experience. Now we will talk about cloud models. In cloud there are two types of models: deployment model and the service model. In deployment model there are three types: public cloud, private cloud, and the hybrid cloud. While in case of service model there are also three types: IaaS, PaaS, SaaS. While IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service, while PaaS stands for platform as a service, and the SaaS stands for software as a service. In public cloud, third-party providers over the internet, they make them available for the users to use and to purchase the services by the users. While in case of private cloud, services are offered to specific users instead of the general public, and the organizations have control over the security. While in case of hybrid cloud, organizations have control where to run their applications and also have control over the security and the all legal requirements. While in case of service models, in IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service, we can manage applications, data, runtime, middleware, and the operating systems. While in case of PaaS, that is platform as a service, we can only manage the applications as well as the data. If we talk about SaaS, that is software as a service, we can only manage the applications that are provided in the software by the third party companies. Moving towards one of the best cloud service provider in the marketplace. In this video, we will talk about what is Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform and an online portal that is used to manage and assess all the resources, cloud services, deployment part, and it also helps in managing applications, services through Microsoft managed data centers. Microsoft Azure is launched on February 1st, 2010. It also offers free services for the users who are new to their portal and also supports pay-per-use service model. Around 95% of Fortune 500 companies uses Azure Portal. It also supports multiple programming languages like C#, Node.js, Java, and many more languages. And if we talk about data centers, in 42 plus regions around the globe, they have installed their data centers. For creating a free Azure account, you have to go through azure.microsoft.com/free, where you will find start for free button. You will be redirected to a sign-in form where you can use your Microsoft account or your GitHub account as well. After your successful authorization, you will be redirected to identity verification form. Now the only thing that left is checking the agreement and click on sign up. After clicking on sign up, congratulations, your Azure account is created. If you are a new user with your first registration, Microsoft is more than generous to us. You will be provided with around 14,409 rupees credit for the first month. When your first month ends, the credit expires and you will be asked to choose one of their available subscriptions. You can also use their pay-per-use service model. If we talk about what they offer around 12 months of popular services for free, 25 services independently for free, and the offer might vary on different regions. As you guys understand what is Azure, let's talk about the services of Azure. As MS Azure is the leading cloud service provider in comparison to its competitors. It also offers too many services. In this video, we would be covering some of its services like networking, databases, compute, storage, migration, IoT, integration, analytics, machine learning, mobile, security, blockchain, DevOps, containers, and the developer tools. If we talk about networking, Azure Virtual Network is the fundamental building block for the private networks in Azure. Virtual network enables many types of resources like Azure VM, that is virtual machine, to securely communicate with the other internet and the networks. It provides some additional benefits of Microsoft Azure's infrastructure such as scale, availability, and the isolation. If we talk about VPN, VPN is a virtual private network. A VPN extends a private network across a public network and enables users to send and receive data from shared or a public network as if the computing devices were directly connected to the private networks. While if we talk about DNS, a DNS stands for Domain Name System. A domain name system is a hierarchical and the decentralized naming system for computers, services, or other resources connected to the network or a private network. It associates various information with the domain names. Azure SQL Database is an intelligent, scalable, relational database service built for the cloud. It optimizes performance and durability with automated AI-powered machine learning features that are always up to date. It provides serverless compute and hyper storage options for automatically scale resources on demand that are always free to focus on building new applications without worrying about storage size or the resource management. While we talk about Data Factory, it is used for ETL transformation, extraction loading, etc. Using the Data Factory, we can even extract the data from our on-premise data center. We can also do some conversion and load into the SQL database. Data Factory is an ETL tool that is offered on the cloud, which we can use to connect to different databases, extract the data, transform it, and load into a destination. While we talk about Cosmos DB, Cosmos DB is a NoSQL data store that is available in Azure, and it is also designed to be globally scalable and also very highly available with extremely low latency. Microsoft guarantees latency in terms of readiness and writes with Cosmos DB. If we have any applications such as IoT, gaming, where we can get lot of data from different users spread across globally, then we will go for the Cosmos DB, because Cosmos DB is designed to be globally scalable and highly available, due to which our users will experience low latency. If we talk about compute, Azure Compute assesses all the compute capacity virtualization and the on-demand scalability, and only pay for the resources that we use. Whether we build application or just deploy the existing ones, Azure Compute helps us to run our apps consistently. While a virtual machine is a virtual environment that functions as a virtual computer system with its own CPU, memory, network interfaces, and the storage. It's created on physical hardware systems. In compute, we are having Azure Batch. Azure Batch creates and manages a pool of compute nodes, installs the applications that we want to run, and schedules jobs to run our nodes. If we talk about Azure Storage, the Azure Storage is Microsoft's cloud storage solution for modern data storage solutions. Cloud storage services that are offered by Microsoft provides massive scalable objects for storing the data objects, data storage, disk storage for the Azure virtual machines. Azure Data Lake Storage. Microsoft Azure Data Lake Storage is a fully managed elastic, scalable, and secure file system that supports SDFS semantics and works with Apache Hadoop ecosystem. It provides industry standard reliability enterprise grade security, and unlimited storage that is suitable for storing a large variety of data. It is built for running large scale analytics systems that require large computing capacity to process and analyze large amount of data. Migration. Azure Migrate provides a centralized hub to access and migrate to Azure on-premises servers, infrastructure, and the applications. If we talk about Azure Cost Management is a SaaS solution that enables organizations to monitor, allocate, and optimize the cost spent in a multi-cloud environment. It is available to all Azure customers and the partners. IoT, Internet of Things. Azure IoT provides the industry's broadest portfolio of services and the capabilities where we are and from the edge to the cloud according to our needs where the requirements of our industry. If we talk about Azure API management, API management is a way to create consistent and the modern API gateways for existing backend services. API management helps organizations to publish APIs to external partners and the internal developers to unlock the potential of their data and the services. API management to take any backend service and the launch fully fledged API program on it. Azure is built to handle mission critical workloads with ease. Fortune enterprises or Fortune companies started implementing Azure to handle their mission critical operations. The value is lost when applications cannot integrate with each other. The capabilities and the integration services provided by Azure platforms give enormous value to the customers internally and the externally. Integration. Azure integration services brings together logic apps, API management, event grid, and the service bus, which makes it easy to integrate applications, data, and the processes across the enterprise. If we talk about Azure Service Bus, Microsoft Azure Service Bus is a fully managed enterprise message broker with message queues and publish subscribe topics. Service Bus is used to decouple applications and services from each other. It's used for load balancing, work across competing workers, coordinating transactional work that require a high degree of reliability. Azure Analytics. The Microsoft Cloud provides a range of managed services that helps our organization ingest, process, and analyze big data applications, big data resources using a variety of technologies and approaches including machine learning, Hadoop, and Spark. Azure Analytics services are offered in several deployment models including platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Integration is seamless between Microsoft services as well as third parties. Azure Machine Learning. Azure Machine Learning is a cloud-based service that helps in building AI applications, computer models, and the datasets for training the model. It helps data scientists, data analysts, and even machine learning engineers to upload their existing data models, data processing, and models development skills. In Azure Machine Learning, we are having computer vision. Computer vision is one of the most popular uses of artificial intelligence. It allows computers to analyze, visualize images and find features more accurately and efficiently than a human. It is more difficult to implement correctly. Azure Mobile Application. Azure helps us to build engaging mobile applications. We can use its mobile app feature of application service to rapidly build engaging cross-platform and the native applications for iOS, Android, Windows, etc. In Azure, we can also store applications data in the cloud, authenticate customers, and also can send push notifications. If we move towards Azure Security, Azure Security strengthens the security of the cloud resources and the workloads with built-in services. It also protects data applications and infrastructure quickly with built-in security services in Azure that include security intelligence to help and identify the evolving threats. Azure Blockchain Service. Azure Blockchain Service is a fully managed service that gives our users the ability to grow and operate blockchain networks at the scale in Azure by using unified control for both infrastructure management as well as blockchain network governance. It also helps us providing with simple network deployment and operations, smart contracts with development tools. If we talk about the features of Azure Blockchain Service, Azure Network Deployment Operations, in which Azure Blockchain Service is developed using Azure CLI, command line interface, visual code, or the Azure Portal with the assistance of the Azure Blockchain extension. Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is a software as a service platform from Microsoft that provides an end-to-end DevOps toolchain for developing and deploying software. It also integrates with most leading tools on the market and is a great option for orchestrating a DevOps toolchain. Azure DevOps comprises a range of services covering the full development lifecycle. Azure boards, Azure pipelines, Azure repos, Azure artifacts, and the Azure test plans. Container. A standard package of software is known as a container that bundles an application's code together with the related configuration files and the libraries with the dependencies required for the applications to run. This allows developers and the IT professionals to deploy applications seamlessly across environments. Microsoft Developer Tools. Microsoft Azure Developer Tools is basically used for professional developer tools software services used by faculties and the students with low cost subscription with Microsoft. With the help of these tools, programs can run in Microsoft setup to provide students with Microsoft software design, cloud computing access, Microsoft developer tools, and the learning resources. It is also known as Microsoft Imagine and the Dream Spark. If we talk about the features of Microsoft Azure Developer Tools, advanced threat analytics, Azure Developers Software, Azure DevOps Server, host integration servers, and the machine learning server. Azure comes with a great cost management planning with some great features too. While we move towards Azure Cost Management, Azure Cost Management and Billing comes under SaaS, that is Software as a Service, that is available to all customers and the partners of the cloud service program. It is used by the organization to monitor, optimize, and allocate the Azure cloud services. It also provides optimization solution that helps individual users should get the most value of what they pay. As every good cloud service provider comes with its uses, Azure also helps its users and developers with some great features which help in the workload more efficiently. We talk about uses of Azure. Uses of Azure comes with application development, testing, application hosting, creating virtual machines, and integrating and the syncing features. It also collects and also stores the matrices and the virtual hard drives. Azure also provides us to prove our skills by going through their certification of fundamentals, associate, specialty, and the experts. In this video, we will be covering Azure Fundamental Certifications, types of Azure Fundamental Certifications, and the course curriculum of each certification with the weightage. How much the cost of each certification of the fundamentals. If we talk about Azure AZ900 certification, this certification is also known as Microsoft Azure Fundamentals. For this, you guys have some foundational knowledge of cloud services and know how these services are provided with Microsoft Azure. This certification mainly focus on the candidates, those who are just beginners to work with cloud-based solutions and the services. If we talk about skills covered in this exam, describe cloud concept, it covers around 20 to 25% of the exam. While if we talk about describing core Azure services, describing core solutions and the management tools on Azure, it covers around 10 to 15% of the exam. Describing general security and the network security feature, it covers also around 10 to 15% of the exam. Describe identity governance, privacy, and compliance features, it covers around 20 to 25% of the exam. While Azure Cost Management Service level agreements, it covers around 15 to 20% of the exam. Azure also provides one more certification to prove your skills. It's AI 900. In this certification, the student should have foundational knowledge of machine learning and the artificial intelligence concepts and related to Microsoft Azure services. These exams provide you an opportunity to demonstrate knowledge of common machine learning and AI workloads, and also how to implement it on Azure Cloud Service. If we talk about the skills that are covered in the exam, that is AI workload and the considerations, it covers around 15 to 20% of the exam, while fundamental principles of machine learning on Azure, it covers around 30 to 35% of the exam. As the fundamental principles of machine learning covers most part of the exam, you have to focus more on this topic. While we talk about features of computer vision workloads on Azure, it covers around 15 to 20% of the exam. While feature of natural language processing workloads on Azure, it covers around 15 to 20% of the exam. And the features of conversational AI workloads on Azure, it covers around 15 to 20% of the exam. While if you cover all these skills, you are well prepared for the exams. As you guys know, Azure is the leading cloud service provider. It also helps us to secure a job in an IT company or an organization. If you have a certification, it shows that you are the right person to grab the job. Now, moving towards career pathways. Azure provides us many career pathways and with many designations. And these designations are also having designation levels. While we talk about MS Azure Engineer, this designation is having around 3 to 4 designation levels with several packages. In MS Azure Engineer, we are having MS Azure Manager, Senior MS Azure Engineer, Junior MS Azure Engineer, while the pay scale of MS Azure Manager is around 20 to 50 lakh per annum, and the Junior MS Azure Engineer is having around 6 to 20 lakh per annum, while the Senior MS Azure Engineer is having around 10 to 35 lakh per annum. If we talk about another designation, MS Azure Architect, we are having two designation levels, Junior Solution Architect or the MS Azure Stack Architect. In the Junior Solution Architect, the pay scale is around 30 to 35, and it can go up to 50 lakh per annum, while MS Azure Stack Architect is having a pay scale of around 30 to 50 lakh per annum. If we talk about MS Azure Administrator, these are having two designation levels, MS Azure System Admin, MS Azure Data Admin. It covers around 8 to 20 lakh per annum, while MS Azure Engineer, it can be a product or solution based, it gets around 8 to 35 lakh per annum. While if we talk about MS Azure developers, we are having two type of designation levels, Junior MS Azure developer or senior MS Azure developer. Junior MS Azure developer is having around 10 to 30 lakh per annum, while the pay scale of senior MS Azure developer is around 10 to 30 lakh per annum. In this video, we have covered the introduction part of MS Azure. Let's talk about the key takeaways. In this session, we talk about cloud computing, why cloud computing, and the MS Azure, how to create a free Azure account and enjoy its services. Azure services, uses of Azure, Azure cost management, and the Azure certification with its career pathways. That's all for the day. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. We'll meet you in the next video with some more information on MS Azure.